Umaipelekwa kwa mganga wache kwa gay. Hello, if you're new here, I'm just a guy blessed with feminine features and I have a story to tell. So first things first, when people are in the journey of realizing themselves, when they start now realizing that they're attracted to people of the same sex, in most cases they would deny it. It first starts with denial. Not everyone, but a majority of people who are on their journey to find themselves, they'll start denying themselves first. Why am I different? Why is this happening to me? Why? So many questions. Hence, conversion therapy. Now, conversion therapy is a set of practices that, they claim to change one's identity or sexual orientation. Okay? So these are practices that people would rather go for so that they can ungay themselves. And sometimes it can be very harmful. Yes, some of those practices are very dangerous and extremely harmful. Yes. So the most common one is that people would go to these religious leaders, pastors, priests, to just be prayed for and pray the gay away, which in the case it can't happen. Okay. Others will go for therapists. Others will go for surgery. There's this surgery called, I don't know what, they claim to wash the gay away, but it can't happen. It can't go away. You can't just pray it away. Okay. Now, people have to understand that being gay is not a choice. It is not a choice. No one would choose that path. No one would want to be killed, murdered, discriminated, denied opportunities, chased away from homes, be the black sheep of the family. No one would choose such a life, okay? So it is never a choice. Any queer person you see out here, they didn't choose to live that life. It is just something that you're born with. And then on your way, you just now start to accept yourself and live at the very best authentic version of yourself. So it is never a choice. It's actually very diabolical that some people would think that this is something that people just choose and they stay with it. If people would choose, no one would choose such a life. No one would want to live such a life. It's not that easy. It's not. So it is not something that people choose. You just find yourself in. It's the same way you're born straight, you're attracted to men or maybe women. Okay? You're attracted to the opposite sex. Did you choose that? You just found yourself sexually attracted to these people. Okay? So it applies the same to this other side. Anyone who is queer, they didn't choose to live such a life. They just happened to find themselves being sexually attracted to the same sex, if that makes sense. So conversion therapy does not work, and some parents would actually go an extra mile to try and take their children to such practices, which is very harmful. I myself am a victim of prayers, but I went there knowing very well that it's not going to work. I was just there, okay, pray for me, but deep down I know it's not going to work. And again, everyone, not everyone, but majority of the queer community, or mostly the gays, lesbians, most of them first tried to deny themselves. Okay, they denied it. Everyone questioned, why am I different? Like, I would hang out with boys. I wanted to be like other boys. I wanted to do what other boys are doing. I wanted to play football, just to do anything that boys do. But when I did it, I didn't feel like I belonged there. It's like I was actually fitting. I was trying to fit in a place that I don't belong. Shrinking yourself so that you can fit in. Trying to not live your best authentic version of yourself because you want to fit in a society that criminalizes gay men. So it was not that easy. So conversion therapy does not work. It won't work. It won't. So I was just there for the long run. But at the end of the day, you'll just find a day that you'll realize that this is the person that you've been wanting to be, and you'll now start to live your life the very best way that you can. Okay? Some people will be like, maybe you didn't believe, you need to put in more effort, you need to have faith. Have you not seen religious gay men and lesbians? Have you not seen them? They're taking up religious spaces. They're there. They worship, they go to church. So it's not even about religion. Like you can't just change such things. You can't just change. They exist. You can't just get rid of them by prayers. The only way you can accept it is just by coexisting with such people. You don't even have to like or hate anyone. You just have to coexist with them. You do you, I do me. And I know people will be like, there's some people who claim that they were queer and then they changed. Really? They didn't change. People just pretend to change. People don't change. And if they truly changed, they were never queer in the first place. They were never queer. These were just people trying to experiment. Maybe they were just curious and things turned out to be something that they're not. They then realized that, maybe I'm bisexual. Maybe I'm not gay. I'm just straight. I'm attracted to women, or rather I'm attracted to men, So if someone claims that they changed, it's a lie. They were never genuinely gay from the word go. They're just hypocrites. They're pretending. They were joyriding, and I don't mean to shame them, but I'm just putting it out there. If you are gay, you cannot change it. Any queer person, all of them have tried changing themselves. They've tried denying themselves. But at the end of the day, they come and realize that maybe I have to accept who I am and live as my very full best version. Okay? So